So this is Kodash Debar from the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. What we do is teach Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians the truth according to the Bible. So, what is your name, sis?
My name is Cecily.
All right, Cecily. My first question is, what does Juneteenth mean to you?
Well, Juneteenth is normally the day that we celebrate the official day that Blacks became free. It wasn't until Juneteenth that the last group of Black people have got the announcement that we are all free.
And we're here with Tiff, and Tiff is an author of Black books, man, for children, man. Take a look at that, all right? And Tiff has allowed us to ask her a couple questions about Juneteenth, all right? And if I could, sis, with the first question, what does Juneteenth mean to you?
Juneteenth means motivation, inspiration, and just living and being truthful to your well-being.
What's your name, sir?
Steve Braxton.
Steve Braxton. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
So the first question I have is, what does Juneteenth mean to you? What does Juneteenth mean to you?
Juneteenth means that it was Emancipation Proclamation signed in 1863 to free slaves. So it was liberation, freedom, and justice. That's what it means to me. And it started with our ancestors.
Right.
Right. And so I look at it as a way to overcome oppression, overcome inhumane treatment, and to be treated fair, and to get paid fair for the work you do.
Precinct Officer 5000 Zarak, coming out of Israelite School of UPK, and I'm here with
Marilyn with MK Pads.
Okay, and we're here with Marilyn with MK Pads, right?
That's my brand.
All right, so that's her brand right there. All right, Marilyn, so I got some good questions for you. My first question would be is, what does Juneteenth mean to you?
That's a heavy question. So Juneteenth means to me just remembrance that our people been delivered from slavery. But it took 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation Act was completed before who was the governor down in Texas to release or respect that particular law. And if you think about it, it's definitely to me, it's a bit hurtful for our people to continue to struggle for a few 2 extra years of slavery because the governor, white man, decided not to honor the country's law. So for me, I'm thankful that it's an opportunity for me to be a Black-owned business person right now, because we definitely stand on the shoulders of so many men and women that struggle for us to get to this point. So I am truly one of those thankful women to be Black and to have a platform now without having to hide and run and be scared.
What does Juneteenth mean to you?
I think it's good that we need to celebrate Juneteenth so we could know who we really are, our inheritance as African Americans, are all American too, Black, brown, Hispanic, and everywhere. And I'm glad that we got that. It's just like June is just like Black history. We know our identities of where we from and who we really are.
We're out here today because of Juneteenth, of course. And we're just, walking around and coming to the different vendors and just asking what does Juneteenth mean to them. I see you're out here, you have your jewelry, and are you out here for that purpose, for Juneteenth?
That's what the festival was, but to be honest with you, until I got here, I didn't realize what it was about. And I was real surprised, but I'm surprised there isn't a bigger turnout for it. But I think the weather might have been something yesterday, but I really figured there'd be a bigger turnout. I think it's something that's going to have to come about slowly. I mean, if you look back, if you ever watch a rerun of Johnny Carson, it's the same crap going on today as there was 50 years ago. We haven't made much progress in the last 50 years.
I would definitely agree with that. Yeah.
What does Juneteenth mean to you?
To me,
Or does it even mean anything to you?
well, I'm biracial, so my father's side of the family is African American. So I know it's the independence for black people, slaves. So my grandmother was a slave, and she was very active in my life. So that means a lot to me. And I'm so against segregation, so racism, all that stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Shalom Israel. I'm Preaching Officer 5000 Zaraka of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And here today I have
Erica Harris.
We got Erica Harris.
Candace Harris.
We got Candace Harris.
And D Harris.
And we got D Harris. This is the Harris family right here, man. You understand? These are her aunts right here. So you know they family. Good, beautiful family right here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, my first question is this one right here. What does Juneteenth mean to you?
Well, Juneteenth means to me is a day that we can celebrate ourselves and be ourselves and support each other and just relax and be black and have no problems. I got my Juneteenth sneakers on. I just love being black. I say it all the time. I'm like, don't you love being black? I love being black. So anytime I can celebrate being black and meet other black people and get to know other black people, I love it.
Beautiful.
And I
Wonderful.
know it's about us, you know, slavery and all that. Not simplifying it by any means, but it's a lot more stuff they need to do to make us really believe that anyway. So, you know.
Okay. And what about you?
Okay.
What does Juneteenth mean to you?
I think that Juneteenth means a great bit of celebration. Being able to, when I think about years ago, having black people have to celebrate and have a whole different day than Independence Day. It was something that we fought for, wanted, needed, and was determined to have. So it's great to be able to do that. And now, especially nowadays, Juneteenth is everywhere and becoming, since it became a federal holiday like it has, it also makes it like we're being respected, even though it's a little bit, but you know, it's more to come.
All right.
Why do you think they made it a holiday a couple of years ago? Why do you think that they just now making it a holiday?
I don't know, but I feel like it should have been way before now to make it as a federal holiday.
Okay. All right. Are you aware of the historic date of Juneteenth being a holiday?
I am aware of it, and actually my birthday is January 15th, the same day as Martin Luther King, so I'm into my black history.
Why do you think they just now making it a holiday?
Excellent question. Well, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863.
Right.
But our ancestors and the slaves did not know about it until 1865. Right. Okay, 1863 was signed July 4th. But we didn't find out about it until 1865, June 19th.
Right.
And so that's why we celebrate Juneteenth, because that's when we found out about it, because it was late.
Right.
Okay? And it was the only reason why it happened because a general from the Union Army came to Galveston, Texas, and made the announcement because the slave masters did not want to release the slaves because they wanted that free labor.
Biden implemented this law, last year, that this is a national holiday, June 19th, as the Juneteenth day, right? To recognize the freedom of the blacks, slavery. So with that being said, do you think there was some type of motive behind him in issuing that as a national holiday?
He's a politician. There's a motive behind everything they do, and most of it has nothing to do with you or me.
Could you say that again, please?
I said Joe Biden's a they're all politicians, and what they say doesn't have any effect on what you and I do in our daily lives at all. It's just politics.
So initially you agree that Juneteenth means absolutely nothing. It was just a distraction.
A distraction? No, I mean, I just think that nobody's educated about it because they, you said it started in Texas, and now they're telling me that Texas is the only state in the United States that doesn't recognize it. That's kind of silly, I think.
Why do you think America just now made it a holiday?
I think they made it a holiday because they wanted to know what it is.
They want us to know what it is?
All of us.
So why do you think they're just now making it a holiday?
I think they're just not making it a holiday because over the years they didn't take it seriously. They didn't take African Americans, black slaves seriously at all. So I felt like a lot of people didn't feel like that was something they should celebrate because we're down so much. So.
Yep.
So with Juneteenth being the celebration of black people being freed from slavery in 1863, would you say that, would you rather have that a holiday or a more tangible resource as opposed to having a holiday such as reparations?
I think both is necessary. I think both is necessary.
Both is necessary. Could I ask you why?
Why? Because we deserve it all. We deserve everything.
So you saying the feeling of any holiday is a good thing regardless if they give us anything physical?
Yes.
So you saying they don't really have to give us reparations, they could give us a holiday and we could be happy with that?
Yes, we could be happy with that if to give us any holiday.
Should black people, and this is just your opinion, do you think they should accept a holiday instead of a more tangible resource for what happened for them?
They should have the holiday, but it ain't going to make up for anything that's been done.
It's not going to what?
Make up for anything that's been done.
I'd agree with that too. It wouldn't.
Do you think them giving us a holiday is better or comparable to physical resources like reparations? Like, we got a holiday, but do you think we should get something else?
Feel like it should be more than just a holiday, a day off, you know. It's just like, to me, it's just, they just like, oh, well, here's, you know, we're just going to give it where it's, you get this day and there's no kind of reparations at all. They should be able to provide some kind of resources for our community. Because I've even seen that during the years, a lot of the resources that we should have, we don't even have.
Do you think, you know, them making this a national holiday, is this more comparable to, you know, like physical resources such as like reparations? Can you compare the two? You know what I'm saying? If you had to choose for black people, would you choose this holiday? Or would you choose actual resources, you know what I'm saying, reparations and everything?
Our resources, without a doubt. There has to be and should be some accountability from our government for what our forefathers have experienced just because of the color of our skin. And the reason I can get so deep with it because I've worked in surgery for 25 years. And inside of my body and inside of the person of a different color or race, it's exactly the same. It may have diseases or issues going on, but it's exactly the same. So for me, it gets more personal and a lot deeper than just monetary things or reparations. You know, it's just out of respect. Our government can do more.
Let's reverse the roles, right? If white people were in slavery and they got a Juneteenth day, okay, would they see that as a fair trade-off for the years of slavery they served, a holiday, as opposed to 40 acres and a mule?
I don't think there's any way to justify anything that's been done in the last, since it all started in the beginning. I mean, it's ridiculous that it ever happened to start with, and I don't think they can do enough, but it's just a matter of that's the way things are, and I don't think we've done anything and made any jumps at all since the 70s when, you know, if you watch TV back then, they saw the same things, the same programs and cartoons and stuff. They couldn't even run them today that they made back then. Walt Disney, you guys have never got a fair shake, I don't think.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Like, do you think them giving us a holiday is better or comparable to them giving us physical resources like reparations or something like that?
Another excellent question. Well, first of all, as you know, reparations has been banded around for a long, long time, okay? But we never let it go away. We never let it die. We keep raising it back up. Every time, it's like a football player who runs a football. When he gets knocked down, what he does, he gets back up, keep back up, keep gaining yards.
Right.
So we're like a running back. We get knocked down, we get back up. We get knocked down, we get back up. Now, there's several cities now who have recognized reparation. I'm from Chicago, and we have a little city in Chicago called Evanston, Illinois. They are now actually honoring and paying reparations to people in Chicago. There's 4 other states that are now recognizing reparation. Reparation is now going to have to go to Congress, and eventually it will become law, and they will figure out a way to work it out. Now, we already know there's a way to fill it out, because when we had COVID-19, they sent everybody COVID checks.
All kind of checks. All kind of money came out of nowhere.
The same system that we did with that. So they've been wondering, well, we can't do it. How can we do it? But now we had a precedent set. There is a system that has happened, so they can do it the very same way. So I think it's a good thing. You know, we can't give up. We got to keep bouncing back. And we bounce back because we have resiliency. We knock us down, we get up. Knock us down, we get up. Then we get up, we survive, but we got to continue to thrive.
Now, this is a question that wasn't on the. This is a question that wasn't on the list.
Okay.
When you say knock us down and get back up,
right.
You know, they got this saying that say the definition to insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Right.
So if they keep knocking us down and we keep getting back up, why should we keep allowing them to knock us back down again?
Well, here's the thing. Because we're persistent and we're consistent. Because what we're saying is the truth. They don't believe it, but we got to convert their mind to think you should do it. They don't want to do it, but we're saying you got to do it, and we're having some breakthroughs because it is happening.
Okay. So, do you think them giving us a holiday is equal or comparable to reparations or something? Like, do you think them just giving us a holiday is something that's okay, and you should just roll with it, as opposed to reparations, 40 acres in the mule, some type of tangible resource? You think that's okay?
I don't think it's okay. I think it's a start, because you have to start somewhere, but I feel like everybody should have equality, no matter what end it's coming from, what color, race, anything like that.
All right, that's cool. So this will lead to my next question, right? So my next question would be, which one would be more beneficial to the black culture, the black race? Would it be this holiday for Juneteenth, or something more comparable that, like resources such as reparations? Which one will actually further help, you know, the black culture? Which one would you actually take?
I mean, that's a good suggestion about the reparations, because me and my clients, I'm a hairstylist, we had a conversation about that one time, and we were wondering, like, how can they really do reparations, you know, because of course they're not going to give you a mule, but they can definitely give us some land, because, I mean, I believe that they had a big head start from us. That's why our climb up to be successful is so intense, and so the struggle, like we say, the struggle is real. It is. So I think definitely something like that would be more beneficial to our community. But I do, like my aunt said, appreciate the Juneteenth, but I think that might, definitely be something be more.
Okay. Most definitely. And what about you, Auntie?
That is a very hard question to answer, because I think it really depends on different people and different groups of people, what they need. It's hard to say that this large group of African Americans or black people need this one thing. I can't say that. What I need at this time and what somebody else needs could be totally different. Yeah. So I think both of those are very, very important things. I mean, it would be great to have all of those resources and be able to get that. Some black people, there's a lot of black people that need that. But at the same time, for those that may be a little better off, having that Juneteenth at least celebration to be able to have that is a great thing too.
Or maybe incorporate both of them, Juneteenth and resources some kind of way, instead of just making it be about just about partying and stuff. Maybe make it something where it's certain things that's actually done. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.